Can you master balancing complex chemical equations? Have you ever wondered if you can truly master the art of balancing complex chemical equations? This skill is not just for scientists. It can be learned by anyone with a bit of practice. Balancing chemical equations is all about ensuring that the number of atoms for each element is the same on both sides of the equation. This reflects the law of conservation of mass, which states that matter is neither created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. To begin, you will want to write down the imbalanced chemical equation. Make sure to list the correct chemical formulas for all reactants and products. Once you have that, follow these steps to balance the equation effectively. First, identify the most complex substance in the equation. This is usually the compound that contains the greatest number of different atoms or groups. Focusing on this complex substance can make your balancing efforts easier. Next, balance the elements that appear in only one compound on either side of the equation. These elements are simpler to adjust and will help you build a solid foundation for the rest of the balancing process. After that, move on to elements that appear in multiple compounds on either side. Adjust the coefficients, which are the numbers placed before molecules, to equalize the number of atoms for each element. If you encounter polyatomic ions, treat them as whole units if they remain unchanged on both sides of the equation. This can simplify the balancing process significantly. Then, balance any elements that exist in their elemental form, such as oxygen or hydrogen molecules, last. This step is crucial because it often involves fewer adjustments. Once you have adjusted the coefficients, take a moment to check your work. Count the atoms of each element on both sides to ensure they are equal. This final check is essential to confirm that your balancing is correct. Balancing complex equations may require you to make several adjustments, but with practice, it becomes manageable. For instance, consider the combustion of propane. You need to ensure that the number of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms is equal on both sides. This is done by adjusting the coefficients step by step. Mastering this skill is not just an academic exercise. It has real-world applications in fields like chemical manufacturing, environmental science, and pharmaceuticals. Understanding how atoms rearrange during reactions can help explain everyday phenomena, such as rusting, cooking, and respiration. With patience and consistent practice, anyone curious about the mysteries of chemical reactions can master the balancing of even the most complex chemical equations. So, roll up your sleeves and get ready to tackle those equations with confidence.